Good evening, everyone, guys. Good evening, everyone, my dear friends. Okay, fine. So, welcome, my dear friends, here right now. This is Dr. Azam here right now, and yes, really nice to see all of you at this very high time, guys. So now, my dear friends, I think you have attended like few of the sessions by the other faculties also. Yes, very good. Welcome. Good evening, Lashman. I think you already, attended the yes. Welcome, Atul. The sessions by the faculties also, guys. And now I'm going to tell you, or yes, and now I'm going to now tell you about the important things or the important topics regarding the anatomy part, guys. That is required to be must known for your FMG exam, the next FMG exam right now, guys. Is it okay? So hello everyone, hello. So now, before I begin right now, let me just ask you people itself right now, guys. So first of all, you people tell me right now, okay, what do you need right now, guys? Like, what are your requirements? According to that, we'll plan our class entirely. So can you please suggest me like what do you require? One thing is that we are going to discuss all the important questions, guys. All the I mean to say like all the important topics we are going to discuss. One thing, like what are the important topics to be studied for the anatomy part. Fine here. Okay. If you just write down embryology is not like a small topic here right now, guys. Embryology is a huge topic. Fine, no problem. I'll discuss along with you. Oh my God, look at Rachana. Rachana is writing like head and neck. Fine. So first of all, what we'll do here right now is that okay, we are now going to actually discuss. Yes, I'll tell you about all the important topics that you have to definitely study in the anatomy part, guys. So let us do one thing here right now. Let us try to utilize our like whatever 1 hour we are having right now for our discussion. Let us utilize that very properly here. So first, I'm going to discuss about yes the must know topics and from where definitely the questions are going to come here right now, guys. So I'll tell you, I'll tell you guys. Okay, Gautam. Sure. So now we are going to discuss like all the important topics first of all, which are important, and you have to know about those topics before going to the exam, guys. So let me discuss along with you people all the important topics of anatomy, guys. And I'll do one thing here right now. Take up your pen, paper, and start writing here. I'll do one thing here. I'll go like topic by topic, guys. One by one, we'll be going like topic by topic, like all the topics. We'll see which important concepts to be learned about. You have to know about that on anatomy. Pakka, definitely the questions are going to come from there. Now, first of all, I'll discuss about with you people about the upper limb topic, guys. In upper limb topic, important thing that has to be known. Okay, I'll tell you the priority wise. In the upper limb topic, the first thing is that you have to know about the major nerves, guys. If you people have attended my class, you might be knowing about the major nerves and the minor nerves. And if you don't even, if you did not even attend my classes, guys, you just you have to know about your ulnar nerve, and then the median nerve, and then you have to know about the radial nerve, guys. These three nerves are very much important, and you have to know everything about them, like which muscles they are supplying, and then what is their muscle supply, how they're traveling, like what is their course and everything. And importantly, the clinical conditions, guys, like partial claw hand, the complete claw hand, and the wrist drop, Saturday night palsy. All those questions will be coming from the major nerve. So first you have to know the ulnar nerve, the median nerve, and the radial nerve. Yes, what you have to know in that, you have to know about the muscle supply, the supply to the muscles, which muscles they are supplying. And second thing is their applied aspect, guys, nerve injuries. I mean to say the applied aspect means what here, sir? The nerve injuries, guys. Injuries you have to know. You can expect a question from here. all of them, partial claw hand, complete claw hand, Saturday night palsy. Important one, the carpal tunnel syndrome, Guyan syndrome. So which nerve injury and what is the, the syndrome or the problem involved? The nerve you have to remember. And after learning about the major nerves in the upper limb topic, apart from the major nerves, guys, median up, medial. The next important thing, another thing is about carpal tunnel. The carpal tunnel, the structures passing superficial and deep to carpal tunnel and all those things. So that is another thing which is very much important for your FMG exam, MC exam. So in the upper limb topic, only the major nerves are at most important here right now, guys. So please take care about that. Fine. Yes, my dear friends. So in the upper limb topic, they have to know about the major nerves, guys. That is your ulnar nerve, the median nerve, and the radial nerve. An important thing in the nerve will be the supply to the muscles, which muscles it is supplying, and the applied aspect, the injuries and all those guys. Okay. Now, apart from that, what else do you have to know in the upper limb topic? In the upper limb topic, the next thing is about the carpal tunnel. You have to know about the carpal tunnel. That is important for your MC exam, guys. Okay. And after completing all these things, the third thing that you have to know is about the brachial plexus, guys. That is your brachial plexus. You have to know about that. Clear with this one here right now? So that is what is like at most important, the must know topics. The must know, guys. Fine. The people are telling like there is a lag right now. Is it still there, guys? Is my voice audible and am I visible to all of you guys? Am I audible and visible to all of you? Yes. Thank you. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so someone is telling you to just refresh there. Try to refresh, guys, and it will be like very clear. So please take your pen, paper, be ready and start writing, guys. Without wasting much time, let us just discuss the important topics and must know. And whatever I'm telling you, please make a note of that. Definitely the questions are going to come from there, guys. So you have to know about the major nerve, ulnar nerve, median nerve, and the radial nerve, and what are they supplying. Fine. And recently the new trend is that they're asking the image-based questions. So try to practice the images. Whatever reference images PDF I have sent to many of the students there, you can always practice from there, guys. That's all. This is what is the main important thing that you have to answer. So major nerve, the carpal tunnel, and the brachial plexus. And if time permits, then go and learn about the cubital fossa also, guys. So if you learn these many topics, that is more than enough for the upper limb. Yes, sure. And once you are done with the upper limb topic, after that, yes, now welcome to neuroanatomy. Now, this is one thing where most of the students will be like having a lot of fear with the neuroanatomy. But I think if the students have attended my classes, they'll be knowing, okay, neuroanatomy is not at all that much difficult. Neuroanatomy is actually the easiest one, guys. In neuroanatomy, my dear friends, what you have to know for FMG exam, for the FMG exam, must know, you have to know is, number one, you have to know about the spinal cord. About the spinal cord, guys. And in spinal cord, what is the most important thing? That also I'll tell you the extent of spinal cord, guys. In adults, it will be from C1 to L1, and in the neonates or infants, it will be from C1 to L3. Extent is important. This is one important thing for your FMG exam. And apart from that, the ending part of the spinal cord, so the end of the spinal cord, where you have that conus medullaris, cauda equina, phylum terminale, that part is at most important, guys. Okay, so these two things are important in the spinal cord. I'll tell you exactly these things. See, what I am telling right now is like, like you have to know this before going to the exam. You have to know, must know. These two things you have to know. And number two, the second thing that you have to know in the neuroanatomy will be about the white matter and the gray matter. And in the white matter and gray matter, yes, one will be about the corpus callosum. Corpus callosum, the commissural fiber connecting the right and left half. Corpus callosum, you have to know about that. It is the largest commissure, the parts of that and all. Important for your FMG exam, guys. And apart from the corpus callosum, number three, I want you all to remember about tracts. And about tracts, I'll request all of you to do one thing here. I want you all to just learn the functions of the tract, guys. Functions are important, guys. Okay. For example, if you remember our neuroanatomy class, the pain and temperature is carried by which tract? The lateral spinothalamic tract, and the crude touch and pressure will be carried by, uh, that your anterior spinothalamic tract there, the fine touch. So you have to remember those functions, guys. You have to remember all those functions. Yes, of course. Functions of the tracts are important. And once you are done with the functions of all the tracts, then you have to learn about that pyramidal tract. And in the pyramidal tract, the pyramidal decussation is important, guys. Wow. It's like I'm giving you the entire blueprint. The pyramidal tract, in the pyramidal tract, pyramidal decussation part is important. That will be taking place in lower medulla. The crossing of the pyramidal tract and all those, in the lower medulla. So in tracts, you just learn about the functions. Number 4, when it comes to gray matter, please learn about the basal ganglia. Yes, basal ganglia. There'll be like 3 parts in the basal ganglia, guys. That is your corpus striatum, substantia nigra, and subthalamic nucleus, and all those. So just you have to remember the names of the parts, and they'll give you simple questions like putamen belongs to what? Putamen belongs to basal ganglia. So similarly, they'll be giving like simple questions. I hope you'll be easily able to manage those questions, guys. Is it okay? So you got to learn about the basal ganglia. And after completing this one, then the most important thing will be the circle of Willis, the blood supply to your brain. And not only circle of Willis, and the branches, guys, branches of all those arteries. You have to know that. Definitely you have to know that. Circle of Willis and the branches are given by all those vertebral artery, basilar artery, and the internal carotid artery. All that is important here right now. So in neuroanatomy, it's actually very vast, very huge. But if you learn or if you follow my notes or my classes here right now, it will become like easy in a very proper manner. But for the last moment revision and for must know before going to the exam, that you have to know are these topics, guys. So you have to go through spinal cord, the corpus callosum, and about the tracts, the basal ganglia, and the circle of Willis and the branches. And it is not asked recently, very recently, but you have to know about the ventricles, guys. Ventricles, always you have to know about them. It's like in general, guys. Okay. So ventricles you have to know. Fine. About the ventricles you got to know. Indrajit, videos are available in the YouTube. No, Indrajit. A few videos are available, like whatever videos we do for Unacademy. Unacademy has got a YouTube channel, and those YouTube channel, all those videos are available, guys. Okay, fine. Done. No problem. I'll come to biochemistry part also. Don't worry about that one. After completing this one, we'll come to biochemistry part. Okay, now so we are just going to make like the ultimate list here right now, guys. This is what must know. Once you're done, you just tell me about the biochemistry part. I'll tell you about the biochemistry part also, how to go ahead with that. Now, once you are done with the neuroanatomy part, after neuroanatomy, yes, welcome to head and neck, guys. In head and neck topic, what are the must know topics, sir? In head and neck topic, though, I can tell you like short question, guys. One question that is sure going to come in the next exam, that is about your tongue. And tongue topic, you have to remember about the muzzle and the nerve supply. And there is a definite question going to come from the nerve supply. In the next FMG exam, nerve supply of the tongue, definitely one question is going to come from there, guys. Okay, one definite concept. Number 2 definite thing is about the cranial foramens. Cranial foramens, guys. In cranial foramens, you have to remember about all the names of the cranial foramens, and then you have to remember about the structures passing through them. And out of all the cranial foramens, please don't forget about the foramen ovale. Important. Question is going to come from there in the next exam. And number three, the important thing, another important thing nowadays is muscles of mastication, guys. Many questions are coming from the muscles of mastication. There'll be 4 muscles of mastication: masseter, temporalis, the lateral pterygoid, and the medial pterygoid. And out of that 4 muscles of mastication, important thing is, accessory muscle of mastication, buccinator, nerve supply. Nerve supply is by mandibular nerve. So muscles of mastication, another very, very important question. Okay, you can take my words. You can take my words in the next FMG exam, which is obviously either in August or September. Yes. From these 3 topics, the questions are definitely going to come in the exam. Definite questions from these topics. So the tongue topic, the cranial foramens, and the structures passing through the cranial foramen, and muscles of mastication. Okay. And once you are done with this one here right now, number 4, you have to know about the arteries, guys, and you have to know about the branches of 2 arteries here in the head and neck topic. That is your external carotid artery, and another one will be the maxillary artery. You have to know the branches of these 2 arteries, guys. You don't have to learn about all the arteries in head and neck. You have got like subclavian artery, external, internal, and all those things. No. Yes, external carotid artery. Another one is the maxillary artery. These 2 arteries, you need to learn the branches of these 2 arteries, guys. Branches of these 2 arteries are very much important here right now. And apart from that, I think already in the ENT part, you will be learning about the pharynx, larynx, all the muscles and the nerve supply. Hope you learn that in the ENT part also, guys. So in my books, in my notes, actually, now there'll be like 2 or 3 diagrams. In 2 or 3 diagrams, you will be actually like 2 diagrams only. In 2 diagrams, you will be perfect with the nerve supply of larynx, pharynx, and palate muscles. So you can just go through that one at last. So you have to go in sequence, guys. The most important. Okay, you have to go in the same sequence. Tongue, you have to. Matlab, if you don't study the tongue topic, I'm telling you, tear your hall ticket, throw it somewhere, don't even go to the exam. It's something very much important topic, guys. So tongue topic is that much important. अगर आपने वो नहीं पढ़ा तो exam को मत जाओ भाई. Don't go to the exam. So it's something like that, you know, tongue topic, the cranial foramens, and the muscles of mastication. These 3 topics are important. And after that, go through the arteries and the branches. And after that, then go for nerve supply of the muscles of larynx and then pharynx and palate. Is it okay? The nerve supply of the larynx, pharynx, and the palate muscles. After completing that topic, then you go for that one. Obviously, why? Because you will be also studying about this muscles and their nerve supply in the ENT part also, guys. You'll also learn that in the ENT part. Done? Now, once you are done with this head and neck, guys, all these topics are important in the head and neck topic. Fine. Now, in the head and neck topic, these topics are very much important, guys. This is the must-know topic. That's all done. And after that, I'll tell you here itself, guys. I was thinking of telling you separately, but I'll tell you here itself. Yes, the embryology part of head and neck. Embryology part of head and neck. Okay, the pharyngeal arches and the pharyngeal pouches and pharyngeal clefts. Okay. In the next exam, 2 questions are going to come from this. Development of the pharyngeal arches and the development of the pharyngeal pouches and the development of the pharyngeal clefts. From this, 2 questions are definitely going to come, sir. 2 to 3 questions are going to come in the next FMG exam. Okay. The next FMG exam, we are going to get like 2 questions definitely from the pharyngeal arches or the pouches and clefts, guys. You can see that in the next exam, guys. Okay, वो इतना important topic है. मतलब ऐसे मान लो कि without the questions from the pharyngeal arches, they will never complete the question paper, guys. Question paper complete ही नहीं होगा बिना pharyngeal arches, pouches या cleft के topic. And I think I have done this topics in detail in our Unacademy classes, guys. So you can just go back and watch. Good. So I think clear. This is the final thing, sir. And then once you are done with this one here, once you are done with the upper limb topic, and then you're done with the neuroanatomy and head and neck here right now, my dear friends. After that, the next topic, that is your thorax. And in thorax topic, guys, it is first thing is about the venous system, azygous venous system. Okay, azygous, hemiazygous, accessory hemiazygous and all. There's one simple 1 or 2 topics or 1 or 2 points to learn there. Okay, now just look at the notes, you'll get to know that. Hemiazygous will drain in azygous. Accessory hemiazygous will drain in azygous, as well as the right superior intercostal vein will also drain in azygous, except the left superior. So that is 1 or 2 points you have to learn there. You just see there, azygous system is important here. One thing is important here right now. Second thing that is important in the thorax topic will be about the root of lung. In lungs topic, I just want you to learn root of lungs, guys. Yes, utmost important nowadays. The questions are coming from the root of the lung. In the root of the lung, you have to learn about the arrangement of the structures like above downwards, and arrangement of the structures like anterior posterior, ऊपर से नीचे और आगे से पीछे. You have to learn about the pulmonary artery, the pulmonary vein, and the bronchus and all, guys. Definite question we can expect from there. तो lungs में बस एक ही टॉपिक आपको पढ़ना है. Don't waste your time in simple thing. There are two lungs, right lung, left lung, three lobes. Root of the lung. You have to study root of the lung and go to the exam, guys. And number 3, the third topic that is important when it comes to heart. In the heart, my dear friends, I want you to learn about the arterial supply, that is the coronary arteries. Okay, coronary arteries, guys. That is something important. Right coronary artery, left coronary artery, their origin, number 1, their course, number 2, how they are traveling, number 3, their branches, and number 4, the most important thing, the supply. The right coronary artery and left coronary artery supply is important. So arterial system is very much important in the heart. So in heart, number 4 thing is about the positioning of the heart, guys. You remember that? The apex of the heart, the base of the heart, and the lateral surface and all those things are very much important. So in my notes, I'm having a simple diagram like this, sir. You can even make a diagram here also. I will always be teaching in my anatomy classes like diagram based only. So this will be like superior vena cava, and this one will be inferior vena cava. Both of them are draining into which chamber, sir? Right atrium. And then from the right atrium, the blood will go into right ventricle. Left ventricle यहाँ पर ना पीछे होता है. Left ventricle is behind. That's all. That's all. If you make this diagram here, तो चलो सर ये टॉपिक को हम यहीं क्लास करते हैं. Let us finish this here itself. Yes, this is the apex here right now. Apex of the heart will be formed by what? It is formed by left ventricle. Done. What is forming the base of the heart? Base of the heart is formed by both right atrium in the front, and behind that there will be left atrium. Right atrium in the front and behind left atrium. Sir. Right atrium plus left atrium, dono milkar. Both of them together, they are going to form the base of the heart. And last and final thing, I want you to remember the right border. The right border of the heart is actually formed by the right atrium. Only the border is formed by right atrium, but the complete base is formed by both right atrium as well as left atrium present behind. Understanding? So that's important. Next, pakka. You have to know that. Okay, and definitely you have to know about that one, guys. That's all. So when it comes to the heart topic, in heart topic, I want you to learn these two. When it comes to the lungs, in lungs, I want you to learn only this one, guys. Okay, that's about your heart and that's about your lungs. Definitely done, sir. So in lungs, you are going to learn root of the lung, okay, and go to the exam, and then coronary arterial supply, and then the positioning of the heart, sir. Okay, that is what you have to learn in the thorax topic. In thorax topic, esophagus system, the root of the lung, and then this one. That's all. These 3-4 topics you have to know in the thorax topic, guys. And once you know about this one, what about the embryology part of the thorax, guys? In embryology part, obviously CVS embryology. In CVS embryology, I'm expecting this time a question from development of interatrial septum. Development of which septum, guys? Interatrial septum. You remember in that interatrial septum, you'll be having septum primum, septum secundum. Okay, na? Are you all writing there? Everything is important, sir. Whatever I'm telling you, it's like you have to know them and go. It's almost like I'm giving you the blueprint for 17 marks. Okay. और ये तो आपको पढ़ के ही जाना है. आप देख लेना. Whatever 1 hour we are spending today, if you just study this and go, yes, surely I'm telling you, surely out of that 17 marks, 10 to 12 marks, so definitely, guys. See, we are not like I can tell you like all the questions possible here right now, guys. But still, अगर हमको somewhere around like 70 to 80% भी हमारे questions लगते हैं, that is successful, है ना? So from here, definitely you are going to get that 70 to 80%, guys. Okay, fine here. Development of interatrial septum, septum primum, septum secundum, foramen ovale, fossa ovalis. From there, the questions will come, guys. Now, once you are done with this one here right now, okay. Devina Karam, sir, please show the upper limb part once again. I'll go back again. Okay, now don't worry. At the end, I'll show you again, or otherwise this video will be always available also, guys. You can watch it like free. It will be available in free videos also, don't worry. So development of interatrial septum is one important topic. And after that, you are going to learn about the development of venous system. Development of venous system. Okay. Yes. I'm expecting, a question from these two. I'm expecting the question from these two in the next FMG exam, guys. In venous system, you remember that umbilical vein, vitelline vein, and then you'll be having the cardinal vein. The questions will come from those veins, guys. Only there are 3 points only to learn. So you can easily learn that, sir. छोटा सा topic है, 3 point ही होते हैं. Only 3 points you learn that. Be ready, question will come from there, sir. Okay. So that's about the development of the venous system and development of interatrial septum. From these two topics, the questions can be expected, guys. पक्का आपको देखना है. After completing these two topics, if you still have some time and you have interest, then learn about development of heart. Then you learn about the development of heart. First learn these two topics, and still after that, if you have time and if you have interest to learn further, then learn about development of heart, guys. Okay. So that is one thing to do. Fine. And these are the only topics to learn, guys, in the thorax topic. Just learn this and go to the exam. Surely the questions will come from here. And after this, the next topic that we have to discuss about is the thorax topic. Sorry, the lower limb topic, guys. So let me discuss along with you the lower limb topic right now, guys. Now in lower limb topic, again the same thing as we discussed in the upper limb. Yes, what is the first thing to learn, sir? The major nerves. Major nerves are important, sir, in both upper limb and the lower limb. And here the major nerves will be, I hope you all remember, common peroneal nerve will be dividing into like, superficial peroneal nerve and deep peroneal nerve. Just follow my classes, guys. It will be like easy. I will tell you in such a manner that, in the thigh, leg and the foot, all the muscles. I think there are some of the students here in the group who has actually attended my classes. They'll be knowing like how I teach in a very conceptual manner. So then only it will become easy actually, the thigh, leg and the foot, all the muscles divided into compartments, our golden rule and all those things. It'll be easy, guys. And the common peroneal nerve dividing into deep peroneal nerve and superficial peroneal nerve, one thing. And apart from that, yes, another major nerve important will be your tibial nerve, sir. Tibial nerve. And then you have got the femoral nerve, and then, yes, the obturator nerve. See, I told you in the upper limb topic, obturator nerve, guys. I'll tell you one thing. In upper limb topic, I told you what? I told you to learn about the major nerves. An important thing was nerve injuries. In the upper limb, they'll be concentrating more on the nerve involved in carpal tunnel syndrome, Guyon's canal syndrome, partial claw hand, complete claw hand, and all those things. In lower limb, the question will come like straightforward. They'll give you muscle and which nerve is supplying. Tibialis anterior muscle, the nerve supply. Tibialis posterior muscle, nerve supply. So simply, guys, they'll give you the muscle and the nerve supply. And that will all become easy when you learn, following the compartments and all. It will be like easy, guys. Sartorius muscle is supplied with which nerve and something like that. So they will here what you have to learn. Yes, not about the injuries, guys. It's not about injuries here in the lower limb. It is about the name of the muscle and which nerve is supplying to the muscle, guys. Muscle and their nerve supply. That's important. Straightforward question will come in the lower limb. Okay, that is one thing which is very much important. You can always expect one question from here. And apart from that, not to forget and not to leave the second one, guys, the gluteal region. And in the gluteal region, yes, this time in this FMG exam, I'm expecting one question from the 3 muscles, guys. One is the gluteus maximus, another one is the gluteus medius, another one will be the gluteus minimus. Out of these 3 muscles, one question is definitely going to come in the exam, guys. Simple, small table, the name of the muscle, the nerve supply of the muscle, and the action of the muscle. One question will come definitely from next FMG exam, sir. You take my words. Okay. One question is going to come from the gluteal region muscles. And in this, don't forget about your favorite question of the MCI fellow. That is the Trendelenburg sign. Trendelenburg sign important, guys. Okay. Trendelenburg sign will be positive in that lurching gait. That's a really an important thing for about the gluteal region, guys. Now, once you are done with this one, the major nerves are done, the gluteal region is done. And after completing these two, then go for the femoral region, guys. You remember that femoral triangle? Yes. In femoral triangle, only and only one thing that you have to learn is the boundaries. Boundaries of femoral triangle important. Already recent triangle is important, guys. Contents to yaar anyone can tell. Without even studying, they can tell. What is there in femoral triangle? Femoral artery, femoral vein, femoral nerve. Contents anyone can tell. Important thing is the boundaries of the femoral triangle. Okay, the boundaries are important. बस वो पढ़ो आप ध्यान से. ठीक है? And apart from the boundaries of the femoral triangle, anything else that is important here in this one, that is your femoral sheaths. That's all. That's all, guys. Okay. So major nerves, in major nerves, they'll be asking you direct question, no twist in the question. There'll be nothing twist, nothing here. All the five major nerves, there 5 major nerves will be there. And there muscle supply, sir. Name of the muscle, nerve supplying. Name of the muscle, nerve supplying. And it's damn easy if you follow my concept of, that golden rule, the compartment and the nerve supply. Gluteal region, pakka question. Take my word. The question is going to come from the 3 muscles, medius, maximus, and all those minimus. And then the femoral triangle, guys. Okay. That is done. So this is the 3 things that you have to learn in the lower limb topic, guys. And after learning this lower limb topic, after discussing about the lower limb topic, I think we're done with upper limb, lower limb, thorax, neuroanatomy, and head and neck topic, guys. And after that, the next thing will be your abdomen. Abdomen, pelvis, and perineum, guys. In the abdomen topic, nowadays, the trend is towards the inguinal canal, guys. Inguinal canal. I hope you remember recently, last before one exam, they've asked about the deep inguinal ring and all. So deep inguinal ring, superficial inguinal ring, and all those things. Inguinal canal, which I teach in the very first in the abdomen topic, sir. The first topic, anterior abdominal wall. There'll be totally like 8 layers in the anterior abdominal wall. And out of that 8 layers, you have to learn about the inguinal canal, how it is forming and all. So that is one important topic. The boundaries of inguinal canal and the contents of inguinal canal is important, sir. The boundaries and the contents of inguinal canal are important there. So that's a definite question. One question from here, sir. And apart from that, in the anterior abdominal wall, nothing much to study here. In the abdomen, anterior abdominal wall and posterior abdominal wall. Inguinal canal is important. Inguinal canal, the boundary of that and contents of that is important. And once you are done with the inguinal canal, the second topic that is important, not really important, sir. I can tell you definite question. I think you are marking there. I am giving you like almost like 10 to 12 definite question. Definite question in the abdomen is about the arterial supply. Arterial supply. In arterial supply, what? Abdominal aorta. Branches of that. It will be giving like ventral branches, the lateral branches, dorsal branches. Branches of abdominal aorta, number 1. And then the celiac trunk, number 2. Superior mesenteric artery and the inferior mesenteric artery, guys. They're actually the branches of abdominal aorta only and their further branches. Pakka, one question is definitely going to come from these branches. Learn this topic. And the best way to learn this topic is, practicing the diagrams. The more you practice the diagrams, the more you'll enjoy. Why? Because what I have seen is in the last 2 years or 3 years, I'm telling you, the last 2-3 years, my dear friends, I have seen there, like every exam, last 2 years, so like every exam, sir, last 2 years, every exam, one question is there, sir. Consistently, they're giving one question from the arterial supply of this one, guys. Barina Das is saying, sir, can you please take away the MCQ from the screen? It's little difficult to see. On the screen, where is MCQ, bhai? Screen पर MCQ कहाँ है यार, Barina Das? Now, yes. Once you are done with the arterial supply, in the abdomen topic, arterial supply is important, guys. And once you are done with the arterial supply, sir, थोड़ा सा ना disturb मत करो यहाँ देखो से ध्यान से. You might be missing any important question here right now. So inguinal canal important abdomen में, and second important thing is the arterial supply. Pakka definite question is going to come in the next, exam. And once it is done, the arterial supply is done here right now, guys. Number 3, the third thing to be learned in the abdomen topic, I request you, please don't waste your time in learning about the organs. I've seen the students where about the organs there, liver, stomach, अच्छा लगता है ना, तो उसमें ना time pass मत करो sir. Please don't do, don't waste your time about organs. Don't worry, waste your time about learning about organs here. In organs, I'll tell you like 2 or 3 things you learn that sir. In organs, you just learn about the relations of stomach, guys. Stomach bed relation, the anterior surface and the posterior surface, lesser curvature, greater curvature. That relations of stomach are important. And then the next thing apart from the stomach that you have to learn is about the heart. The next organ that you have to learn is diaphragm, sir. And in diaphragm, you are going to learn about the openings of diaphragm. Openings of diaphragm, yes. I can say another very potential question. So last exam, I think they did not ask this question. Last 2 exams, they did not ask this question, and it is going to come in the next exam, guys. There are 3 openings of diaphragm, and I hope you all know very well. That is VOA, Voice of America. It will be at T8, T10, and T12. You remember 8, 10, 12, you remember? Yes, diaphragm. So relations of the stomach, another one is the diaphragm. And the third thing, if you want to remember, just remember about the relations of kidneys. That's all. Remaining, don't even worry, you can easily manage. Any question is given, you can manage, I'm telling you. Why? Because it will be somehow covered in the other subjects and all, guys. Yes, important, Vignesh, important. So the anterior relation and the posterior relations, and already in my classes, I have made it like damn easy how to learn the anterior relations of the kidney. Don't worry about that. Anterior relations and the posterior relations are important there. Relations of kidney. And apart from that, guys, duodenum, gallbladder, liver, don't waste your time of that in the anatomy part. Why? Because when you learn surgery, and not only surgery, guys, other subjects, you will learn in like very detail. In much detail, you learn there. So automatically, वो cover हो जाता है. So, फालतू में in the anatomy, you're sitting there and learning about the liver, hepatic artery, this and all. It's all waste, guys. Don't waste your time here. In anatomy, yes, which will not be touched in other subjects and all, you have to learn these 3 things. Pakka. So in abdomen topic, I gave you like 2 pakka questions here right now. 1 pakka question, definite question from the arterial supply, and 1 question you can expect from the diaphragm, the openings of diaphragm. And apart from that, when it comes to the embryology part in the abdomen topic is the only important thing here is about the rotation of gut. And that too, it's very much important. Why? Because nowadays they have started asking, guys. Previously, like almost like 1.5 years back, they don't used to ask the questions from rotation of gut in MCA exam. It was very much important topic for PG actually. But in MCA exam, they have started asking from the last year onwards. And यार बड़ा simple है, मैं आपको यहीं पर पढ़ा देता हूँ. सुनो यहाँ पर. In gut, you'll be having like foregut, then midgut, and hindgut. Foregut rotate होता है कि नहीं होता है? It will be rotating or not? Yes, it will be rotating, and it will be rotating 90 degrees. In which direction? Clockwise direction. खलास हो गया. बस इतना ही आपको सीखना है. Foregut will rotate 90 degrees in clockwise direction. And then midgut. Midgut will be rotating like 270 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. You got to learn that. And after that, the hindgut will not rotate, sir. Okay, that's all, yaar. Itna hi padhna hai. Remember that one. So foregut, it is rotating how much? 90 degrees in clockwise direction. Midgut will rotate 270 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. And the hindgut, remember, hindgut is not going to rotate. Can anyone tell me what is the artery that will be supplying to foregut? Celiac trunk. Celiac trunk will be supplying to what, guys? Foregut. Superior mesenteric artery will be supplying to what? It will be supplying to midgut. And finally, inferior mesenteric artery will be supplying to hindgut. Okay? Why I'm telling you this one, like what he can twist more is that, can you please tell me which gut will, midgut will rotate how much, guys? Can you please tell me midgut will rotate how much? Midgut is going to rotate 270 degrees in anti-clockwise direction, है ना? ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, hardly what he can, twist in the exam is that, okay, midgut is rotating how much? 270 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. It is rotating around which artery? Come on, thoda dimag lagao yaar, common sense. Midgut is supplied to which artery? It is superior mesenteric artery, so it's going to rotate around the superior mesenteric artery only. That's all. उतना आपको ट्विस्ट कर सकता है और ज्यादा कुछ नहीं सर एमसी एग्जाम में. नथिंग एल्स इन द एमसी एग्जाम. ही कैन ट्विस्ट यू दैट मच. दैट्स ऑल. इज इट ओके? सो रोटेशन ऑफ गट, just remember that 2 points. You are done here itself. Topic ho gaya. Foregut will rotate 90 degrees. Midgut will rotate 270 degrees in anticlockwise. Done, 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 guys. It is okay. And apart from this, anything else important in the embryology of the gut there is about the mesentery, the structures developing in mesentery, guys. Ventral mesentery and dorsal mesentery. There'll be two of them, ventral mesentery and dorsal mesentery. Liver is developing in the front end, ventral mesentery, and the spleen is developing in the dorsal mesentery. That is a possible question. First most important, rotation of gut. After that, mesentery. More than enough. That is about the abdomen topic, gross anatomy as well as embryology. Done, done, done. Okay. And once you are done with the abdomen topic, guys, I think last and final topic that is remaining here right now is your pelvis and perineum topic here right now. है ना? Pelvis and perineum topic, guys. And in pelvis and perineum topic, it's hardly like 4 or 5 things to be studied here right now, sir. Pelvis, and मैंने फिर से दोबारा pelvis लिख दिया है. Extremely sorry. Okay. Yes. Pelvis and perineum topic, guys. The only thing, only 4 or 5 topics that you have to learn, and that too I'll give you in order. First of all, the most important thing is the superficial and deep perineal pouch. सबसे पहले आप पढ़ोगे superficial and deep perineal pouch. Okay, perineal pouches. And the second topic that you have to learn for your MC exam, very much important nowadays, is perineal body. See, in the perineal pouches, you have to learn about their contents, guys. What are the contents of, superficial perineal pouch and deep perineal pouch, and, different contents in male and female. And then the perineal body, you will be having like 10 muscles going to meet at one place, guys. 10 muscles are going to meet at one place, that is the perineal body. And you have to remember the 10 muscles. And they are asking the question, the same question every time. All of the following muscles will meet at the perineal body except one. And once you are done with this one, then lastly, you study about those two diaphragm. One will be the pelvic diaphragm and another one will be urogenital diaphragm. So one is pelvic diaphragm, another one will be urogenital diaphragm. You learn about these two diaphragms. Pelvic diaphragm will be made up of two muscles, levator ani and coccygeus muscle. Urogenital diaphragm is made up of two muscles, and that will be your external urethral sphincter muscle and the deep transverse perineal muscle. Only two muscles, sir. That's all. If you learn this, that is all about the pelvis and perineum topic that you have to know for anatomy part, guys. Done. Understanding here right now? So upper limb, lower limb, the thorax, abdomen, pelvis and perineum. And then you are done with the neuroanatomy and the head and neck part, guys. In head and neck, I already told you the embryology part, pharyngeal arches, pakka question. In thorax, I already told you, yes. Do you want one more important question which is going to come in the exam, guys? One more question that is going to come in the exam will be about the CNS embryology. Nowadays, he is not even completing the question paper without one question from CNS embryology, and that is about the formation of neural tube. Neural tube formation. I'm seeing like one trend. Okay, before 2 years before, they used to ask about the neural crest cells derivative. There will be something known as neural crest cells. I hope you know that. So that was like before 2 years question, guys. Neural crest cells derivatives used to be asked, but nowadays they're asking the questions from the neural tube formation. The formation of neural tube, neuropore. Recently the question was about the neuropore, the anterior neuropore. If it is not going to close, it will lead to anencephaly. And the caudal neuropore, if it is not going to close, it will lead to spina bifida. So all that, guys. Formation of neural tube, important. Okay, neural plate, neural tube, when it is closing, the neuropores and the clinical correlation of that one is important, guys. Formation of neural tube. After you are done with the neural tube formation, then you can go for the neural crest cells derivatives, because that is also one potential question, but nowadays it is not asking, but still anytime they can ask you. तो पहले आप क्या पढ़ोगे? फर्स्ट योर मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट प्रायोरिटी विल बी फॉर द न्यूरल ट्यूब फॉर्मेशन, एंड द सेकंड थिंग is about the neural crystals derivatives, guys. That's important. Okay. And when it comes to general embryology, in general embryology, yes, I want you all to remember for MCA exam two things: spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Spermatogenesis and the oogenesis, guys. Is it okay? So these are the two important topics that you have to know: the duration of the spermatogenesis and all those things. Okay. Azhar is telling about teaching all 19 subjects. Azhar, in FMG, actually I'm teaching anatomy and biochemistry, and that itself is not, I'm not able to handle that. Like we don't have much time because there are a lot of like PG classes that we are taking, and apart from PG, I'm also having my like USMLE classes going on and all those things, and in that it's tough, really tough. This itself is the important thing. Shivam is telling about implantation cleavage. Shivam, yeah, you also studied that in the OBS-gynae also, hai na? So already it will be like, covered. Somehow it will be covered. Okay, Shivam. So don't worry about that. In general embryology, spermatogenesis, oogenesis questions will come. And CNS embryology, this will, guys. Neural tube formation, pakka one question from there, guys. So this is about the entire list of the important topics that you have. These topics, no compromise. Understanding? What I'm trying to tell you, please listen here right now, guys. Whatever topics I made you write down just now in this session, these topics, like no compromise in this one. Like you can't even think for a second in another way कि यार चलो इसमें से ना थोड़ा मैं diaphragm छोड़ देता हूँ, I'll leave diaphragm, अरे यार neural tube में नहीं पढ़ता हूँ. No compromise in this topic, no choice in this topic. You have to you have to must do it, guys. Okay, these are the topics. And believe me, if the exam is conducted like August and September, on that day of the exam in the evening, I'll be waiting. You have to reply back to me, and you'll be replying, sir, आपने कहा था और ये क्वेश्चन आया है. ठीक है ना? तो चलिए सर, ये हमारा अपना मेहनत था. This is our like all our hard work. You also do the hard work with these questions here right now, and then we'll see. Okay na? That is our thing, guys. That is about the anatomy part, guys. Part also. Let us very quickly do with the biochemistry part, sir. Anatomy done. Thank you, Pratibha. And now welcome to the biochemistry part. See, when it comes to biochemistry part now, I'll tell you one important thing. Biochemistry part. Chetan, Broadman areas now already will be covering in physiology, na? So in anatomy, I think even if you don't consider that in the anatomy part, or obviously it will be covered in physiology part, Chetan. The Broca's speech area, artery area, definitely you have to do there. So obviously, not only there, it will be even covered in ENT also. All that injury in that area will lead to aphasias and all. So kahin na kahin ho jata hai. That is why I'm telling you the must-know topics in anatomy. So it's like very well planned actually. I'm thinking and telling very carefully here. And after that, guys, welcome to biochemistry. See, biochemistry. Thank you all, guys. In biochemistry, I'll tell you one thing. I have actually prepared a LMR, last minute revision. And that LMR is actually hardly of 3 pages. Just 3 pages, okay? That 3 pages, you take that from me, guys. It's in the PDF format. You can take it from me any point of time. And you take that, and those 3 pages, you do one thing, print them and stick wherever you're studying. Follow my notes once, follow my, the lecture once, and how to study and all. Biochemistry is like the easiest one. 17 marks, I'm telling you, free of cost. Why I'm telling you like 17 marks free here right now? Why? Because in biochemistry, why I'm telling you like, free there. Why? Because it's like, the easiest thing, guys, to score the marks in that. Why? Because in biochemistry, they will never twist you the questions. And one bad thing about biochemistry that students are having a phobia that biochemistry is very difficult and all those things. Just you can ask to the students who have actually attended my classes. 3 days of biochemistry, and in 3 days of biochemistry, yes, starting from the formula of glucose. If you have never learned in your entire life, starting from glucose formula, yes, the entire biochemistry in the easiest manner, guys. Okay, entire biochemistry, I'm telling you, in the easiest manner, it will be done. So what I'm telling you is that I have made an LMR, last minute revision of 3 pages, not even like 3 pages, only 3 sides there, guys. In that, the best way to approach that, whether it is carbohydrate metabolism or the protein metabolism or the lipid metabolism, that is a major chunk of biochemistry. So in the carbohydrate, proteins and lipids, my dear friends, the first thing, thank you Azhar, thank you. The first thing is that, actually I've just made that, PDF, that LMR in the form of, tables actually. Okay, it is in the form of tables. Yes, thank you, Grace. It is in the form of table. The first table is about the name of the pathways and their location, where they are going to take place in the liver, kidney, cytoplasm, mitochondria, and all. And then what is the rate limiting enzyme? Yes, automatically the questions will be covered. Examiner is bound to give a question from the rate limiting enzyme or the location. One question from the rate limiting enzyme and the location of the pathways. Second, I have made a table with the clinical correlation, that is your diseases. And in biochemistry, always the disease has to be related with the enzyme deficiency. Which enzyme will be deficient, guys? For example, you'll be having like, fructose intolerance. It is due to deficiency of which enzyme? Aldolase B. For example, you have got like, maple syrup urine disease. Maple syrup urine disease is due to branch chain keto acid dehydrogenase deficiency, BCKD. So in that manner, you have to learn the name of the disease, glycogen storage diseases, name of the disease and enzyme deficient. Second table is about the diseases. Third thing that you have to learn is the amino acid and fatty acid classification. Okay, let me tell you one thing. I guarantee you people a question from here in the next exam. Amino acid classification, you remember that classification based on structure, the classification based on, this thing, extremely sorry, yeah, nutritional requirement, essential and non-essential amino acid and semi-essential amino acid. Okay, yes, you are bound to get a question from there, guys, definite question. And fatty acid, just remember the 3 essential fatty acids, sir. Yes, essential fatty acid. Essential fatty acid यार 3 होते हैं. One is your linoleic, linolenic and the arachidonic acid. Linoleic, linolenic. I'm telling you, take my words, guaranteed. One लिख लो pencil से, write down there. Question is coming from amino acid classification and fatty acid classification. It's already there in the LMR there, guys. Okay, and number four thing is actually about, yes, amino acids and their important products. Melanin is produced from which amino acid? Melanin is produced from which amino acid there? It is produced from tyrosine. Melatonin is produced from which amino acid? Very good, Pratibha, very good. Wow, I'm having like good bunch of students here. Kya baat hai yaar? Biochemistry, you're answering like this. Melatonin is produced from where? Tryptophan. Very good. Can you make me more happy right now? Vitamin B3 is produced from where? Vitamin B3 is produced from where? Yes, again, tryptophan. That's really nice. I'm really happy. Can you please tell me catecholamines are produced from where? Catecholamines are produced from where, guys? Yes, that is tyrosine. Oh, wow, that is what? Recently asked in the exam, nitric oxide is produced from where? Look at that. Umar, Azhar, Sophia, Sricharan, Anamika, Chetan. Lovely. I love you all. Oh, wow. Arginine. Nitric oxide is produced from where, guys? Arginine. Yes, that is what. Questions is going to come from there, guys. So these are the places. And after that, few miscellaneous things are given in that LMR, guys. Yes. Just study that one. I'm telling you. Yes, the fifth one, vitamins. Pakka, definite 2 to 3 questions from vitamin, guys, in the entire paper of 300 marks. Take my words. This is vitamins is the topic that you are going to promise yourself today. Please promise yourself today that not only you promise me, sir, vitamins is the topic that you are going to revise in the morning of the exam, sir. So for example, tomorrow you have got exam and on the way you are going there. Yes, आप लोग जाते जाते पढ़ते जाओगे. You are going to study that vitamins topic and go. No overconfidence. Okay ना, no overconfidence. I'm telling you. अरे यार vitamins है ना, बहुत सारे vitamins क्या है यार, बचपन से पढ़ रहे हैं. हाँ यार साला क्या होने का है. Exam, 19 subjects in mind, full of tension. and you are bound to get confused. अच्छे अच्छे लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, तो एक बार अपने नजर के सामने से ना सारे विटामिन एक बार देखना जरूरी है. वन टाइम यू हैव टू सी विटामिन एंड गो टू द एग्जाम. वेरी गुड थिंग इज कॉन्फिडेंस, बट डोंट बी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट गाइस. Is it okay? So vitamins pakka in the morning of the exam you are going to see that and go. Yes, 2 to 3 questions will come from there guys. Okay. And someone was asking me about the enzymes. I'll tell you like straightforward thing in the enzyme. Number 6 I'm writing here, enzymes guys. Enzyme, you have to just learn nature of the enzyme and then learn about the competitive and non-competitive inhibition. Enzyme, learn about the competitive and non-competitive inhibition, sir. Competitive and non-competitive inhibition. I hope you know about that KM and the Vmax. Competitive and non-competitive. That's all, guys. They're like 2-3 things, and it is all don't worry about this one, guys. That is included in the miscellaneous. करके मैंने आपको ना LMR में बनाया ना कि 3 pages में कह रहा हूँ ना यार. One thing is you people will be studying at your home. आपका study table होगा ना, study room होगा, तो वहाँ पर लगा देना. ठीक है ना? Just take a print of that one, just 3 pages. If you want, I'll give you the money for Xerox also. Just 3 pages. Take a print of that. One place wherever you are studying, stick there. Then daily make a routine. 10 minutes. 10 minutes just you're going to do that one, sir. I'm not asking you more time. After that, 24 hours or you study any subject. You can study any subject, guys. Any subject. ठीक है ना? Are you understanding your point here? You study any subject, whatever you want, guys. And but one thing very much important there. Okay, what are you going to do? Yes, that table 10 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes in the evening, guys. You are going to just see once every day. Understanding here right now? So that is important. And in that one LMR, guys, the pathways and the diseases, amino acid classification, amino acid in important products, vitamins 2 to 3 question, pakka, definitely take my words. And then miscellaneous things. That is about the biochemistry, guys. Is it okay? That is about biochemistry part. That is done, guys. Is it okay? So that is how all these things are going to help. Yes, I do have a Telegram group. You can just anatomy Dr. Azam करके होता है. You can just join there. Okay. So that's the thing. So I think this will be the the crest of your preparation, guys. That I have given like a blueprint of the entire anatomy part as well as the biochemistry wala part, sir. Understanding? Now in this if you have any doubt here right now or something to ask, please let me know, guys. I think I have made it like transparent to you people. Come on, guys. Any doubt in this, you please let me know. Okay, thank you all. And I think it's actually very great that so many of you are here. And बायोकेम का फ्री क्लासेस करा दो सर. अच्छा जी, ठीक है. Nucleic acid, guys, replication, replication and all that transcription, translation, just keep it at last, मतलब अगर time हो तो, क्योंकि in MCA that one, thank you for giving me. Okay, yes, Sinha. Biochem revision in an academy. Yeah. One Chinathan. Yes, biochemistry classes are already scheduled this month. I think I'm having on 11th and all. I'll be doing it. No problem about that. Molecular biology, that's what I told Dr. Raj just now. Okay, you just keep it at last. Yes, of course, that is my own Telegram group. Anatomy Dr. Azam, you can join there. Sir, free classes का यार मेरे हाथ में नहीं है ना. It is not in my hand there, guys. So it's actually an academy, and whatever free classes we are having, like we are having the special classes and YouTube sessions are actually very free. You can just always there. Yesterday's question winners, I think they will release, an academy people will release. They're actually going through that one. We have I have given my entries. I have given the names already about the yesterday's winners. Discuss last year December 19 questions. Okay, no problem. Last year December 2019 questions I'll discuss on my YouTube channel, Vignesh. I can do one thing for you. I can discuss this on my YouTube channel. Last year December YouTube channel also, you can join there with the same name. Anatomy Dr. Azam, and you can easily find there, guys. I'll discuss all the December 19 questions. Sure. What happened to beautiful hair? The beautiful hair, sir, lockdown effect. Lockdown था तो मैंने थोड़ा सा chance लिया. I have taken and I have shaved my entire head so that you know time पर क्या करना है, थोड़ा सा change. Come on, guys. Okay, so I think that is Siri Charan. The group name I have just mentioned there. It's simply Anatomy Dr. Azam. Anatomy Dr. Azam. Okay, that's all, guys. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you all. It was like nice interaction with you people. God bless you all. I will pray surely for your success in the exam, guys. And this is what I can do from my side. That is about the anatomy and biochemistry. I have given you the entire what will say, the final blueprint of this one, guys. Okay. And like most of the people are worried about when will be the exam, guys. Arey, forget about the exam. Completely forget about when will be the exams and all. So forget about that. Don't even waste your single minute in discussing exam kab hoga. If you even discuss for 24 hours, I'm telling you, आप और मैं हम दोनों मिलकर बैठते हैं आज रात में 12 बजे से लेकर कल रात में 12 बजे तक. From today 12 to tomorrow 12 we'll discuss कि एग्जाम कब होगा, August, September and all. Nothing is going to happen. जब होना है तब होगा. So instead of wasting a single minute in discussing on that one, guys, just please keep on studying. That will give you like more confidence. Okay, forget about whenever the exam will be, whether it is in September or whether it is in December. Be prepared. ठीक है. कुछ भी हो सकता है यार, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Okay, anything can happen. And I don't know about if you people are from Telangana or not. Suddenly in Telangana today, you know what they have done. 10th class exams were there, board exams, and 10th class board exams. All the exams are cancelled and they are promoted. So anything can happen. Anything can happen, guys. Okay, so don't worry about when the exam and all this will be. Just keep on preparing, and this will always help you, guys. So thank you all. God bless you all. Stay safe. Take care. And I'm always there. And there are so many ways that you can reach to me: the Facebook, Telegram, and YouTube channels on all those, guys. And I'll be always there to help you guys. To whatever extent I can help, I'll surely help you. Okay, guys. So take care. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Namaste. Shabakher. Okay. Take care, guys.